Hello everybody. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to create these types of scrolls. I'm drawing with this pen at the moment, and so I'm doing my backbone first. Okay, so now this is what I classify myself. It's just my own terminology about describing this type of scroll. I wanted it to be more streamlined, shall we say. So I'm taking a long stroke like so. I'll start back here and touch the backbone here to create that type of thing. So now I'm going to put the foliage on the back of this. So it would be like so. I'm doing this under the video, which I don't normally draw like. It does restrict you some ways, but it's just a demonstration. So I'm starting here again. I'm taking a long stroke, coming back here and forming another stroke like this. I'm going to put the foliage on the back. It's all one leaf really, but this is how it's going. So I'm filling in this area here with these leaves, you see. So I'm starting here. I'm not going too close to the back there because I'm leaving enough room for this here. So coming back, I'm doing another. No, it's a variation of the scrolls we do on the guns engraving, but we all develop our own little styles. We're not clones exactly, although we try to be, so we, as I mentioned, we interpret it in our own way, but our hands and brains can't help but making it our own. And of course, in the old days, or even today, you have to think for price, and you can't always put in so much fancy work if the demand isn't there. You can't put too much in if the customer's not willing to spend much for it. And that's what you have to take into consideration when you look at some other people's works. You're not all on the same plane. And so now this is what we're doing. You see, now you can see all this here. I'm now going to fill in the background. This is what your engraver does. It cuts. This is for the engravers, of course, I'm talking about. You're cutting away here and creating a dark background like this. So, as I just mentioned, this will take you a little bit more time. Your results of what you want are this. And as I said, the price, if you're a professional and you're using it as a living, this is what restricts you sometimes. You don't take a lot of time doing this if you're going to spend, or the customer's not willing to spend enough money for you to do this. But of course, if you're drawing and you want to be good at scroll work, this is what you do. Right? So every piece will look slightly different. So that's what we're doing, you see. So I just did something here on another video that didn't come through to show you how we do this, what we classify it as the outside work, you see. So this here, more or less, again, shall I darken the background of this one here? You see, I'm taking it in here. I'm under the video, so I'm a little bit more distant away than I normally am. And of course, I'm an old crock, and my eyes are not so brilliant on this from a distance. And but I can still do it. You see, I can still keep my hand in. So, as I'm saying, your graver's cutting this away. Of course, you've got the modern air-assisted, which we didn't have so much, you know, and this was rather tedious work. Now you can mat the backgrounds in like you do. Yes, it's not so physical, although it is still hand engraving, but it used to be more physical in the older days, and you hammer and chisel is doing this too, you see. And so, now, this is what we're saying. This outside work here, I often see so many people just put some squiggles in. Well, that doesn't mean anything. Not a bit of spaghetti on the outside. You don't need that. It's a living plant. It has leaves that come off. So they're the same as or almost the same, not necessarily the same as the inside. They do vary, different styles vary. They put different lighter stuff on, but I'm just showing you this now to give you what was intended in the old days of the leaves here, you see. So you're taking the leaf in here, very similar to the one on the inside, and if you're making a squiggle, it doesn't mean anything. It's a little tendril. So you can make them small, like it could be this one. But because you've got a gap there, I will take another one in here, you see, and put a large one in. So it balances up the outsides here. See, we're balancing all the work here, like that. And you can fill that in here, like so, you see. So now it becomes more of a block. You've got this empty here, which I wouldn't have done normally, but this is only a demonstration. You can bring, excuse me again, this in here, you can bring another one in here. I'm just doing this for the sake of this video. You see, you can fill it in here, balance it up there, make it a little bit larger. So now, you see, because it's touching there, I could take all this away here and cut this away here. So that's what I try to state sometimes, is that as you progress, you will come across little areas and places like that you think, oh, how do I finish it? So these are the way you do it. And it'll always be different. It'll always work out. So this was the under and over technique I was trying to explain to people. You see, so here, this one goes underneath. This one, it comes out here, you see. So I'm doing this. So I keep this video short. Sometimes they don't always register somehow, and I can't always send them off. I'm not so technically minded that now and again things go a little bit berserk and I don't know how to fix it. Yeah. But artificial intelligence, no, don't worry about that too much. It's all about your own brain and your hand doing it. And people say, oh, in the future, there will be no call for ordinary engraving. Well, you just do a hobby. Then it'll be a hobby. So you don't just give up on these things. You know, it's your mental health. It's how you feel. I mean, You can get in a fast motor car. You don't need to run. But people run still. What's the sense? You want to break the record. Why? You could just get on a scooter, you can get on anything to take you that speed, but you don't. You use your own body, and that's what we're doing with this. So we're not going to worry about artificial intelligence too much. Okay, now, there we are. That's just an example of me rambling on. I say goodbye now, boys and girls. Bye.